In modern football, loyalty is rarely simple, especially at a club like Manchester United, where expectation never fades. Sitting down with Rio Ferdinand Bruno Fernandes opens up about what it really means to carry responsibility at the highest level. Not just to perform on the pitch, but to lead, to represent the badge, and to stay committed when results and pressure are constantly questioned. This is more than just a football conversation. It is about standards, identity, and choosing to face challenges rather than looking for an easier path.
The thing that probably hurts me the most when I see people talking about me is when they say like it doesn't run, it doesn't track, it doesn't really fight and everything. Because obviously, you know, like nowadays you have all the information. So if they go and take all the information they get from the stats thing, there's probably not many games where players that run more than me in distance, high speed, decelerations, accelerations, all these things that we have around. And this for me is not the most important thing, because I know how much I run, I know how much like I try and I fight and I try to do. But I think it very like it hurts a lot, because you feel like you come out of the game. There's no game I come out and I'm like, oh, I could play another game today. No, there's no chance of it.
Everything's gone.
Everything is gone every time. And feeling that people think that, oh, he should have run more, he should have done more. Sometimes it really hurts. That's the main thing that hurts me a little bit more. But then obviously then you see, as he said, like I know that the fans that they go to the stadium, they see me there, they see how much I care, how much I do. I think it's nice to feel that, even when I come out of the games, and I try to every time sign the people that are outside. Never had like any confrontation of someone saying like, you should have done more. And I'm not against it. Obviously, I come out of the game and I always think that I should have done more. Even if I had a hat-trick, if I had assists, if I had whatever, I always try to look at myself and like, I should have done better here, better there. And I'd rather see that when we win games than when we lose games, because when we lose games, everything is negative already in my head. Yeah. When we win games, you tend to be like, oh, so happy, so like relaxed, that I think it's very important to pinch yourself a little bit, like you could have done better here. And then obviously it's very difficult for a player to have the feeling of like they don't really see it what I do. And like you know, like the waving thing when I came to the club in my first few games, I had that, and I've seen obviously in the first few games, and I just arrived. I've obviously you guys, ex-players, talking about us and everything. Obviously, I just came to the club. I've looked all my life at youth. And till now, like legends for the club, guys that I've looking up to, and then some of you in the first few games were like, "Oh, look at him," pointing at his teammates, telling them where to go. This is what like a proper captain leader does. And then obviously after 2 years, 3 years, people are like, "Oh, he's always waving his arms. He's always moaning." It became like from a positive thing, it became a negative one.
As the conversation deepens, Bruno speaks honestly about emotion, criticism, and how players are perceived from the outside. Passion on the pitch is often misunderstood, especially when every reaction is analyzed and magnified. But leadership is not always calm or silent. Sometimes it is demanding. Sometimes it is uncomfortable, and sometimes it is emotional because standards matter. At this level, responsibility does not disappear. It follows you every week, regardless of form, results, or opinion.
You know, so this is what I mean, like, is the perspective that people give to it. So in the first moments were very good. I was demanding from the players and everything. And now it's like a little bit negative, because obviously the results haven't helped much. And it looks like, oh, he's negative, he's moaning, he's like that. And I get it. It's normal. It's the perspective that everyone puts into it.
Do you have to manage your emotions with when you want to work? I've played with players that really just care so much that sometimes they run, and maybe sometimes it's not the right type of running. Have you had to manage yourself in that sometimes?
No, that's for sure. And I still do sometimes that type of mistakes, that you want to do so much, or you think like when you're losing, you think that you're gonna solve all the problems. And I had this conversation with the manager already, not just him, but with Eric also. They always like, they really care about me as a person. So they talk to me. Both of them were very good with it, and they said, "Bruno, I know you're doing this because you care so much, but you need to pass the responsibility to others. You can't be yourself like trying to solve all the problems, because you end up putting yourself in a bad position." And obviously we come back to the like criticism and stuff, because I'm trying to overdo things, and obviously it becomes overcomplicated, and I put myself in a position that is not good for me. And I had one person that one time you probably know him very well, Dejan Stankovic. He was my assistant at Udinese, and one time he came to me. I was at Udinese. I was already like that. I wanted the ball. I want to do something, try to pick the ball and create something. And he came to me and he said, "Bruno, you need one thing. Sometimes when things are not going very well, you need to put yourself aside of the game. Get the ball, pass the ball backwards, get your confidence back. Get the ball, play simple, get your confidence back." And he was like, I look at him in the beginning, I was like, oh, you don't want me to take the ball? Then I start realizing, I'm talking with Dejan Stankovic that played for big clubs, won massive trophies, was a top player. So I might need to listen to one or two things that he's telling to me. So, and I start realize from there, and obviously I try to here and there try to put my things in the right place, but obviously sometimes the emotions go and you can't control everything.
By the end of the conversation, one thing becomes clear. Legacy is not built on one performance or one moment. For Bruno Fernandes, it is about consistency, accountability, and showing up under pressure even when circumstances are difficult. Not everyone will agree with how leadership looks in the moment, but commitment, resilience, and responsibility are what remain long after the noise fades.